What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Pilates Meets Strength workout. If we've not met before, my name's Margaret. I'm a certified Pilates instructor living in Colorado. All you need for this workout is one medium heavy-ish dumbbell. So go ahead and grab onto that and we're gonna get into it. We'll start off today just coming into a standing position for a little bit of a warm-up. I want you to take your feet wider than the hips. We'll take a big roll of the shoulders, open up through the chest, let the shoulder blades slide down your back and just let your fingertips slide down the sides of your legs. Let's do 3 more breaths like that. Big inhale, lift the shoulders up, open up the chest, roll the shoulders back, let your fingertips slide down the leg. Good, 2 more like that. Nice, big inhale. We'll exhale out, let it go. Good, 1 more, big inhale. And we'll exhale out, let it go. Good. On that next inhale, go ahead and give me a bend at the knees. Circle the arms up and around overhead. Pausing at the top, see if you can reach up a little bit higher out of the body, finding length, finding stretch. Once you can't reach up anymore, we'll take a big exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, taking the hands down to the mat. Once you get there, I want you to inhale, bend at your knees, come down into a deep squat. Exhale, press into the heels, press the hips up. Come back into a forward fold. Let's do that 3 more times. Bend and press. Good. We'll bend and press. Let's go 1 more. Bend. Good. And press. Perfect. From right here, slowly with control, let's roll all the way back up to stand. Nice and slow, crown of the head's gonna be the last thing to lift. Take a big deep breath once you get up to the top. Sorry, words are a little bit tricky this morning. We're gonna go ahead and hop into our first circuit. So I want you to grab on to your weight. We'll take the weight, I'm gonna mirror you. We're gonna take the weight into our left hand, right foot steps forward, left foot's gonna step about halfway back, almost like you're gonna step back into a full lunge. From here, we're hinging at the hips, bending slightly into that right leg to lower down. Exhale to stand up. We've got 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna inhale, hinge from the hips, slight bend into that right knee, and then big exhale, push into the right heel, stand all the way up. So it's like kind of like a Romanian deadlift, except our back foot is not elevated. I like this variation a little bit better when we get into single leg deadlifts, just because I find that it gets a little bit tricky to maintain balance once we start to kick this back leg back. Good. Perfect. Every time we hinge at the hips, you're trying to maintain a nice flat back. And you're driving down into your right heel every time that you come up to stand. So next time you get to the bottom, pause, see if you can push a little bit deeper into that right heel, pre-contract through that right glute, and then stand all the way up. It's a little bit more lower body today, just so that you guys are aware. I was thinking, I wanted to do this, and I was like, nah, I can't change the format, but I can. We've got 2 and 1. Go ahead and stand all the way up. Same thing on the other side. Yeah, I was just like feeling like a different format today. Not really a different format, but not following the lower upper body core circuit, just kind of doing whatever. It's like, I have permission to do that. This is my own workout. It's my channel. Okay, same thing on the other side. Left foot's gonna go forward. We step that right foot about halfway back. We've got 2 and 1. We inhale, hinge from the hips, slight bend into that left knee, reach the weight down towards your foot, maintaining this nice flat back. You'll exhale, push into the left heel, you stand all the way up. All this strength, all of this power is coming from your glute and from your hamstring. Good. We've got that nice hip hinge every time that we lower down. Beautiful. We'll find a flat back every time we come down. Good. Beautiful. All right, we've got just about 15 seconds right here, and then we're gonna get into our next couple of exercises. We're gonna ditch that weight. Good, just 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Go ahead and stand up. We're gonna ditch the weight, and I want you to move back over to that right leg. Right leg's gonna stay down. We're gonna step our left foot back. I want you to hinge from the hips. Give me a slight bend into that right knee. All we'll do with the left leg is lift and lower in 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bending into the right knee, pressing down into the heel. Left leg goes back nice and long. Big exhale, you lift. Inhale, you'll lower. Lift and lower. Good. Throwing in a little bit of balancing stuff today just to challenge you a little bit, because it requires a lot of core strength to balance. I know we always think of our core as just like our six-pack abs, but realistically, your core is like your entire trunk. It's the front of your body. It's the back of your body. It includes your glutes. It's everything. Good. Perfect. Okay, just keep moving like this. We're much more than halfway through. Ooh, this circuit's going to be rough second time around. I feel it already. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Stand all the way up. Let that left foot come down. Same thing on the other side. In my mind, when I created this workout style, I was like, this is going to be so fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be different. And now every time I film it, I'm like, this is the hardest thing ever. Okay, we've got 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down in front. Bend into that left knee. Reach the right leg back behind you. Hinging from the hips, maintaining that nice flat back. You just give me an exhale, lift up. Oop, inhale, take it right back down. Now your balance might feel a little bit different on this side. I know for me on this side, I tend to roll in onto my ankle. So I really like to focus on trying to press even pressure between my heel, my big toe, and the pinky side edge of my foot. That's where I focus my energy with balancing exercises. Good. And if you do need a little bit of extra support, just reach for something around you. You can reach for a chair, a desk, a wall. Just make sure it's a light touch of the fingertips. You're not going to press all of your upper body weight down into that support. Good. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand all the way up. Next exercise is going to be a slow burpee. So we'll come towards the front edge of that mat. You're going to reach the arms up and then bend the elbows. Take it down, bend into the knees, reach down. We step back, back. We'll go forward, forward, stand all the way up. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Both feet down. You're going to reach those arms up on an inhale. Exhale, pull the elbows in, hinge from the hips, bend the knees, plant the hands down, step back, back. Then we'll go forward, forward, driving down into the heels. We stand all the way up. We reach the arms up overhead. I have a feeling my arms are getting cut out of the frame. Drop the hands down, step back, back, forward, forward. Drive down into those heels. They should be nice and warm from all that stuff we've just done. Now, if you want to go faster, I will give you the creative freedom to do that right here. For me, I'm going to keep it slow. Maybe take a second to pause in that plank the next time that you find yourself there. Make sure shoulders are right on top of the wrist. We've got that nice tuck of the tailbone. So if you're somebody that your pelvis naturally tilts forward, really focus on finding neutral right here. Good. Just give me 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take that circuit all again from the top, grabbing back onto our weight. We'll do our single leg deadlift, Romanian deadlift, whatever you want to call it. Okay, grab back onto the weight. We'll take it into the left hand, right foot down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale, hinge at the hip, reach that weight down towards the feet. Big exhale, push into the heel, stand all the way up. Oh my gosh. It's like burpees sneak up on you, especially when you do them slow. You're like, this is going to be no big deal. Like, I'm doing a really slow, deconstructed burpee. It's going to be super manageable. And then you get out of it and you're like, oh my God, maybe a slow burpee is harder than a fast burpee. Good. Unpopular opinion. Slow and controlled burpee more difficult than a fast, uncontrolled burpee. Good. Now I'm just talking to distract you. Okay, check back in on your form. Are you hinging at the hips, keeping your back flat as you lower down? Remember, my questions are always rhetorical. The answer is always yes. Good, and if the answer is not yes, we'll make some little adjustments just for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Stand all the way up. We'll swap that weight over into the right hand. We'll do the same thing on the left side. Left foot forward, right foot steps back. Whew. Take a big deep breath. Remember, you always have permission to stop, reset when you need to. Okay, we've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Left foot goes forward, weight into the right hand, that right foot is back. You'll inhale, hinge at the hips, give me a little bend into that left knee, reach your weight down, flat back right here. Big exhale, push down into the heel, lift yourself all the way up. Now you can keep it slow and controlled. That's always gonna be my preference, right? Use this same pace right here that you would use in any other Pilates exercise. That slow, controlled 4-count pace. Good. And I kind of like an inhale to lower, exhale to lift. However, if you feel like an exhale on the way down helps you a little bit more, go there. And I want you to take that time to really figure out what breathing pattern works best for you and your body, because it really does make a difference. Good. Let's just go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand all the way up, toss that weight off to the side. Okay, we get back into balancing. We're starting with the right foot down. Left leg's gonna kick back. We'll just lift and lower that left leg. Take a second, take a breath. We've got it under control. We're doing good. Okay, we've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Right foot down, left leg's gonna reach back, hinge forward, bend into the right knee. Big exhale, we take our left leg. You're gonna lift and lower. Good. Now for me, I like hands at the hips pretty much anytime we do balancing work. For me, it just helps me to bring a little bit more awareness into my pelvis. I'm somebody that my pelvis tips forward, so I get that big, not really big, but I get definitely an arch in my low back. And I think a lot of people, that happens naturally in their body. So we want to focus on really maintaining that neutral position of the hips. And the best way to know where things are landing is to literally touch your hips and hold your pelvis. That's how you get a little bit more familiar with what's going on. Good, keep breathing. Whew, we've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand all the way up. Same thing on the other side. We're almost out of circuit 1, that's the good news. Oh my gosh, okay. We're gonna go left foot down, right leg back. We lift and lower. Oh man, in just 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Left foot down, right leg reaches back. You're bending into that left knee, hinging forward from the hips. When you're ready, you take your right leg, you lift and lower. Good. See if you can squeeze into your glute before you even start to lift your leg off of the mat. Good, and it can stay super, super tiny, especially if your balance is a little bit funky on this side. Just keep it small. Good, find like that range of motion that you can maintain control. Whew. I always say this side is way harder for me to balance on. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. All right, we just keep it moving like this. Good news is we're almost out of this circuit. We're gonna go through that slow burpee one more time. We just have 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Ooh, stand everything up. We'll make our way towards that front edge of the mat if you're not already there. Feet are gonna go about hips distance apart. We take that slow burpee. Again, I know my arms are gonna get cut out of the frame. I should have raised my camera a little bit more, but we're good. You guys get the idea. We've got 4, 3, 2, and a last one. We're gonna reach those arms up on an inhale, find some length, bend at the elbows, squeeze the hands to the rib cage, bend down, hands come down. This time we'll go right foot back, left foot back, right foot in, left foot in. Stand all the way up. On the first side, I went left foot back first, but if you did not, then just do the opposite of what you did. It's always so hard when I'm mirroring you. I always have the tendency to start off with my left side, or my, like, what is my actual left, but mirroring you is my right. Wait, no. What is my actual right, but mirroring you, is my left. Mirroring is hard. You guys, being a Pilates instructor, it's so hard. Just kidding, it is actually pretty difficult. Okay, good. See, I'm just trying to distract you through this slow burpee, right? We're already pretty much done with it, so just keep moving for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, stand all the way up. We'll take the weight into the left hand. For this first exercise of our new circuit, we're gonna bring the feet about hips distance apart. You're gonna squat, and then you'll stand up, stand in that left leg, push the left arm up, reach the right leg out. Okay, we'll do that in 4, 3, 2, last one. Weight stays in that left hand. We're gonna inhale, lower down into a squat, big exhale, stand in the left leg, reach that left arm up as you kick the right leg out. Lower and lift. Good. As we're moving through this, you stand up, you're stacking bone on top of bone on that left side. Now this is gonna be really good for those of you that maybe feel like your right side's a little bit stronger than your left. It's gonna be stuff like this. It's gonna help us even that out. Whew. And we just keep breathing. We keep moving. Whew. God, the 10 pounds is heavy on one arm. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're right there. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. I'm going to move my timer around just so that I can see it right in front of me. But we're going to, oh God. Saw my life flash before my eyes. Weight comes over into the right hand. We're doing the same thing on the other side. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lower down into that squat. Big exhale, stand in the right leg, push the right arm up, lift that left leg out. Lower and lift. Good. Now the beauty of this is that we kind of have to move slowly, right? Because we're moving opposite arm, opposite leg. And that gets tricky in itself. Gets even trickier when we're adding in weight and we're adding in that element of balance. Good. So if it feels really hard, it is. It's because it is really hard, but we're doing it together. If you've learned anything by doing these Pilates and strength workouts this month, it's that they're challenging, right? They're going to challenge your body. They're going to challenge your mind. You keep moving. I need a second. I've been putting off filming this workout because they are like, whew, they are hard. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Take everything in. You can toss that weight off to the side. Take a second. Breathe. Okay. When you're ready, we're going to come back down into that squat. Feet stay hips distance apart. We'll shift our weight into that right leg and then kick the left leg out. We're just going to draw a little semicircle with the left leg in 3, 2, and 1. We sit down and back in that squat, shift our weight into the right side, taking the left leg out in front. You're going to inhale, draw a little semicircle out and around. We'll take it back, but only go back as far as you can keep your hips stable. So it might be all the way back behind you. It might not. That's okay. Same kind of things that we talk about anytime that we do a skater or anytime we're really standing in one leg. On this right side, we're trying to keep the hip, the knee, the ankle all in line, which gets really tricky because on the left side, you're moving your leg around in your hip socket. So your hip wants to move with you. Don't let it. Ooh. Don't let it. Good. And I will say, hopefully you guys have liked these Pilates strength workouts because we're going to continue them probably through March. Okay. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take everything in, stand up nice and tall. We'll do that same thing on the other side. Standing in the left leg, we arc out with the right leg. Whew. Okay. We're going to do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit down and back in that squat. Everything is shifted over into your left leg. Right leg is going to kick out kind of at an angle, and we'll inhale, arc out and around. Exhale, take it forward. out and around. I know on this side I can't go as far. Okay, and that's okay. It's really important to notice those little differences from side to side. Notice the muscle imbalances, not in a way to be like judgmental on ourselves, but we want to use those differences just as information so that we can improve and improve every time that we take a Pilates class or every time that we do any kind of workout. Good. Like if you know that typically your right side takes over, you want to focus more on connecting into that left side. Try to even out that imbalance. Good. We're just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand all the way up. Beautiful. Okay, last exercise of this circuit. We're going to come to one edge of the mat. We'll sit nice and low in that squat. We're just going to step, step, step together and then go over to the other side. Good. We've got 5, 4, 2, last one. We take it nice and low into that squat. Now maintaining this squat position, we step to the left, to the left, to the left, touch, right, 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 and touch. Left, 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 and touch, right. Good. And we just keep going like this. The goal here is to stay low in your hips. So if you start to feel like you're bobbing up and down as you squat, we've gone a little bit too far. Just try to get your hips to move on the same level as we move across to the left and maintain that same level as we move across to the right. It's the tricky part. You can take this as slow or as fast if you want to. This is also a really good one to like toss on a resistance band either around your thighs or around the ankles. Makes it fun. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand everything up. We're going to repeat that circuit one more time through. And the good news is we have one more circuit and then we're done. Anyone else think about circuit workouts that way? They're like, okay, I have to do this one more time, then I'm closer to the end. Okay, we get back in. Weight in the left hand, we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet into a parallel stance. Bring that weight up towards your shoulder. Inhale, sit down and back into your squat. Big exhale, stand in the left leg. Push that weight up. Lift the right leg out. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling this like towards the end of my week that I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been teaching Pilates for so many hours this week that I like can't even string together a sentence. But that's the good part about video is you can see what's going on. Even if my words haven't quite caught up, you can see what's happening. Good. Okay. All right, take a second when you need to. I know the timed workouts are tough because, you feel like you have to push yourself to the max for that full minute. But really, if you need a second, just take a second. Just give me 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, take everything in. Take a deep breath. You can toss that weight for just a second. We're doing the same thing on the other side. Yeah, whoa, wow. Okay, we're gonna keep it going. We're doing great. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take that weight into your right hand. Feet stay hips distance apart. Pull that weight up towards the shoulder. Inhale to sit down and back into your squat. Exhale, stand in your right leg. Lift the left leg out. Push the weight up over the shoulder. Inhale, take it back in. And you just keep moving nice and slow. Good. Check in with the hips. Again, one hand at the hip. It's going to be a pretty good indicator of what's going on there. We're trying our best to make sure that we're stacking bone on top of bone on that right side. So as you press up, we're getting wrist on top of elbow, elbow on top of shoulder, shoulder on top of hip, hip on top of knee, on top of ankle. Good. All right. We're just here for 5. Oh my gosh, for 4, 3, 2, last one. Take everything in. Toss that weight off to the side. And again, we're going to take our little skater arcs. I don't know what to call it. That feels like the most technical term that I can get with that. Feet will stay hips distance apart. We shift over into that right leg, sit down and back. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Sit down and back into that squat. Shift your weight into your right leg. Take that left leg kind of out at a diagonal. We're gonna inhale, arc back as far back as you can go, and then just arc it forward. I like to drag my toes across the mat. If that's not quite gonna work for you, that's okay. This one would be a really good one if you had a slider. You could use a slider. But if you don't have a slider, you know, no worries. I don't either. I think my sliders did not make the move with me to Colorado. Whoops. But I don't need them. I don't really use them at all. Plus I'm getting a reformer, so why do I need a slider? Hopefully by the time you guys see this video, my reformer will be here. Fingers crossed. All right, we just have 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand all the way up, take a second, breathe, reset. Same thing on the other side. Oh man, these workouts are hard. That's why I put off like filming them, because I'm like, oh, I'm just so not used to using weights and doing this style of workout. Okay, we've got 3, 2, last one. Sit down and back in that squat. Shift your weight into your left side. Kick that right leg out. You're gonna arc out and around and then take it back. But like the fact that I don't do this style of workout very often is the very reason that I wanted to do it. Right? And it's the very reason that I should be doing it, because I need to challenge myself just a little bit more. Right? I'm not going to go and do like a full weightlifting workout, but I will incorporate heavier weights into my existing Pilates practice. And I'm not saying that in a way to be like, oh, weightlifting sucks, it's boring. Like it's not the kind of workout that I enjoy. And I'm big on just like finding a workout style that you like, because that's going to give you the most sustainable like routine, sustainable fitness routine for sure. So don't just weight lift because your friends do it. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand all the way up. Take a big deep breath. We'll walk over. Actually, let's start on the left side because I started on the right side before. So just come over to the left edge of that mat. Take a second. Breathe. We've got our lateral squat walks. Then we've got our last circuit. It's going to be a plank circuit just to prep you. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Sit down and, oh gosh, sit down and back into that squat. Draw the belly button in. We're going to step out to the right, to the right, to the right. Probably about 3 steps if your mat is the same length as mine. To the left, left, left. Right, right. We'll go left, left, left. Good. Right, right, right. Can you get a little bit lower in that squat? The answer is absolutely yes, you can. We're more than halfway through on this one. Right, right. Good. Left, left, left. You got it. Right, right, right. Good. Think about pushing out with the outside edge of the foot, outside edge of the leg. Good. All right, we've just got 5, 4, 3. I jumped the gun. 2, last one. Stand all the way up. Take a deep breath. Take a second. Okay, we're gonna come to the back edge of our mat. This final circuit's gonna be a core circuit, but it's gonna be more like a plank circuit. So just come to the back of your mat, feet about hips distance apart. We'll just start off taking some inchworms. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Big inhale, circle the arms around and up. You can connect the hands up at the top. We're gonna candy cane dive down towards the mat. Hands will come down. Once your hands get down, you walk your hands out to plank. Take a big inhale, exhale out, let it go. Good, and then start to walk your hands back into your feet. So if you are used to like a traditional gym setting, this is just an inchworm. If you do a lot of Pilates with me, it's a roll down. Good. Perfect, and I really want you to focus on articulating through your spine. This is a deep core exercise. Same kind of thing we would do if we were laying all the way down on the mat. Typically how I like to start a class with a roll down like this, but standing roll downs are just as good. Dive it down, hands drop down. We walk out to plank, big inhale, exhale, let it go. Walk the hands back. Good. Draw the belly button in. Perfect. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Oh no, my AirPod became disconnected. Let's see if I can reconnect it in these 20 seconds. For our next exercise, I want you to come all the way down to your mat. We're gonna take the dumbbell to the left edge of the mat. Dumbbell pull through. 3, 2, last 1. Hands go down, feet step back. Now we'll keep the left hand where it's at. Actually, I need to move forward a little bit. My dumbbell's a little bit too far back. We'll take our right hand to pull the dumbbell through to the right side of the mat. Right hand stays still. We take that left hand, pull the dumbbell through to the left side of the mat. We'll keep going like that. Now this is an anti-rotation exercise. So as we're pulling the dumbbell through, what we don't want to happen is the hips to rotate from one side and then to the other. Am I taking a second because I need it because this exercise is hard? Oh, absolutely. Yes, I am. We're gonna make it. Pull it through. Good. And then pull it through. A good trick here is to keep the feet wider than the hips. You can also take your knees down, do the same thing from right here. Pull that dumbbell through and then pull it through just for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Once you get there, just take a little child's pose, drop the knees down, press the hips back. Big deep breath. Big inhale. Oh my gosh, exhale, let it go. Good. Okay, we're gonna go back into that inchworm in 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hands down on the mat, tuck those toes under. Big inhale, find your plank. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, you start to walk the hands back into the feet. Exhale, draw the belly button into the spine. Roll up inch by inch, lifting the crown of the head up at the top. We'll take that big inhale, circle the arms around and up. Exhale to dive down towards the mat. Hands will come down to your mat. You'll walk yourself out to plank. Find that plank. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. Hands walk back into the feet. We anchor the heels down. We tuck the chin to the chest. Roll all the way up. Nice and slow. Crown of the head lifts. We circle the arms around and up. Oh my gosh. Dive down towards the mat. Sometimes it just hits me, like when a workout's really hard, it gets into the last couple minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I put my body through this. Good. Draw the belly button in. Roll it all the way up. Perfect. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Drop the knees down. Take a child's pose. Take a second. Next exercise, we are going to do a row. So we're going to pop up into a plank. We'll row for 30 seconds on the left side, and then we'll switch over to the right, and we'll row from there. All right. We've got 4, 3, 2, last 1. We're popping up into that plank. Right hand stays where it's at. Take that left hand, big exhale, row. Inhale, release, let it go. I'm going to drop down to my knees right away. And if you want to do that too, that's fine. Pop down to the knees. That's cool with me. Good. I always underestimate how heavy I think a 10-pound dumbbell is. Okay, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to swap over to the other side. If you want to pop up into that plank, full plank, go for it. I know you guys can do it. Pull it in, press it out. Good. Pull in, press out. Good. I'm going to stay down on the knees for the rest of the circuit. Tuck the tailbone under, pull that dumbbell in, and then reach it back out. Oh my gosh, we've got 10 more seconds. Pull in, reach out. Good. Make sure you're not pulling from the low back. We're pulling from the lats for 3, 2, last 1. Toss that weight off to the side. Take a second. Breathe. We've got 1 more round of roll downs, and then we're going to stretch, and you've made it to the end. You're right there. All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Let's press up into that plank, full plank. Squeeze the inner thighs together, tuck the tailbone under, reach the crown of the head forward. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go, and then start to walk your hands back into your feet. Anchor the heels down, roll yourself all the way up to stand. Crown of the head's the last thing to lift. Take a big inhale, circle those arms around and up. Exhale to dive down towards the mat, finding that like exaggerated curve in your spine. Hands drop down. We walk out to plank. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go, and then walk the hands back to the feet. Anchor the heels down, roll all the way up. Good. Arms circle around and up. You've got it. You're doing good. Tuck the chin to the chest. Roll it down. Hands come to the mat. We walk ourselves out to plank. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Oh my gosh. And then we walk the hands back into the feet. Draw the belly button in. Roll it all the way up. You can take it a little bit slower if you want to. We've just got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. With that last one, go ahead and meet me in a forward fold. However you need to get there. Hands can come all the way down to the mat. You can walk your feet out a little bit wider than the hips. And then just take a moment, rock your hips a little bit side to side. So you feel a nice release both at the inner thigh and at the outside of the hip. A nice release at the back. Good. Okay. From right here, when you're ready, just go ahead, walk those hands out. We're going to drop the knees down so that you find yourself in a tabletop position. Spread your fingertips wide. Make sure shoulders are stacked on top of wrists, hips on top of knees. We'll take an inhale to arch through the back, open up the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Big exhale, press into the heels of the hands, curve the spine up, look back to the tops of the legs, point the crown of the head down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, dip down. Exhale, press away. Did I say 1 or 2? I don't remember, but let's do one more for good measure. Inhale, tip down. Good. Exhale, press away. My short-term memory, it's not quite there. Press your hips all the way back to your heels. Reach the arms long in front of you. You can press down into the heels of the hands. Give me a big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. And then once you're ready, go ahead and walk yourself up to a seated position. You guys made it all the way to the end. Good work today. As always, remember, you're awesome. You can do anything that you put your mind to, and I will see you in our next video. I just can't resist.